Hey YouTube, this is Secret Gaming here. I recently got into Airsoft sports, and I made this video to help other players understand the difference between pistols, mostly. You have a spring action pistol, you have a non-blowback pistol, you have a gas blowback pistol, and then there also are electronic pistols that run off of batteries. In this video, I'm going to show you a few pros and cons of each of them, what to buy, what not to buy, and stuff like that. So I hope you like it. I'm going to start off at the bottom. Made by UK Arms. Now this isn't a really good pistol. It's all plastic. It's a spring action. It's very cheap. It literally cost me about $2. And the only thing that's really any good on it is it has this flash. It has this flash and a good laser sight actually. I'll show you how the flash goes. I don't know if you can really see the laser, but yep, so very inaccurate, very cheap. I don't expect it to last very long, and there's that. Next I have another spring action. It's a little compact 45. It does have a drop-free magazine. So that again is plastic. The whole gun is plastic, and it's also a spring, as you can see. And like the one before it, I don't expect it to last very long. Alright, now that those are out of the way, those are cheap. Moving up to metal. Actually, not really. I lied. Okay, so here's a really good spring action pistol based on the model 6 Hour P226. This one actually has some oomph to it. Drop-free magazine, rack back. Magazine is really good for quick reloads. Definitely is an older gun. And I believe I paid like 30 bucks for it. It's a really good gun. I mean, I would for beginners or collectors, I would definitely recommend this P226. Also made by Cybergun. Cybergun is probably one of the biggest manufacturers for airsoft, and I love Cybergun. I mean, I stand by them. I don't like any of this other stuff like UK Arms or H&K or whatever they are. So, moving on. Let's see, what else do I have here? Okay, so let's move to... No, we're not ready for the electronic yet. Let's go with another UK Arms. It's a full metal compact little 1911 looking thing. Drop-free, cheap little magazine. And it's a single action, even though it should be a double action. Spring, rack back. Not a lot of power. Probably in the $10 range. Alright, so here we go. Exactly the same thing. This one has the drop-free magazine, even smaller than the last one. It does have a mock suppressor that really doesn't do anything, and rack back. Very small gun. This one has a little more power than the other one, but no operating hammer. This one's probably around $10 as well. Where are we gonna go from here? Alright, so the 1911. This is also by, I believe, UK Arms. It has a drop-free magazine. Alright, magazine looks like it's in pretty good shape. And it does come back like that. Has the safety right here along the grip. And this one actually has some power to it. I'd say it's probably around 200 to 250 FPS. But again, it's made of a really light aluminum, so it is light, and but it feels, it feels all right. But all in all, I wouldn't recommend it for any advanced or intermediate player. This one is going to run you about $20. Alright, so now we have the same exact thing, only it's heavier. It's made out of zinc alloy, so it does have the drop-free magazine, which is plastic. Not a good thing. Does have a metal trigger, which is good. Fully operational hammer, which is metal as well. Safeties, no, it's not ambidextrous. Has two safeties on it actually, one for the slide and one for the trigger. It does pull back like that. So this one's going to run you about the same as the last, about $20. Alright, next we have the exact same thing, only this one is a little bit heavier metal. I think it's like a heavy aluminum. Plastic trigger, which is kind of suck. It does have a hammer that does not pull back. Drop-free magazine. Magazine looks in pretty good shape, but it's still mostly plastic or carbonate. Rack back, just like that. It does pack a little bit of a punch, also ranging around the $20 range. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Full Metal M9 by SEMA. This gun is actually not bad, even though it's a spring. It's fully metal. It has a drop-free magazine, which is plastic, so it's kind of suck. It is pretty hard to pull back, I have to say, but it does kick. It does give you a good kick to it. Yeah, I like this gun. This one is also going to range probably 25 to 30. Alright, this is the no, this isn't the last one. Alright, this is like a 1911 tactical version with like a laser sight and a mock suppressor. It's really heavy, it's all metal. It does have the drop-free mag, which is metal as well, so that's kind of good. Let's see, it's ambidextrous safeties. The laser pointer that it comes with isn't all that great. I would suggest upgrading that if you're into that kind of stuff. But it is a spring, so I wouldn't recommend it. So there you go. Bam. About $25 to $30. Alright, moving on to some bigger things here. Alright. So this one is I just recently got. It's not bad. It's very powerful. It's shooting probably over 300 FPS. It's a Colt 1911 in tan. It's got a safety lock, operational hammer, plastic trigger, metal slide. Very smooth cock right there. It does have the tactical rail right here, which is in polymer. Drop-free magazine is plastic. That's probably the only downside to this gun. But overall, I would definitely suggest, this is also made by Cybergun. I would definitely suggest this for any amateur player looking to get started. It's going to cost you around $30 to buy one of these. Okay. Alright, here's another M9 Beretta style. This is a Taurus replica. It does have ambidextrous everything. You got the slide safety, you got a trigger safety right here, drop-free magazine, which is all metal, which is good. It does have a metal slide. The rest of it is polycarbonate. Functioning hammer, which is also metal. It also has really good. I like this. I like this colored inside. I don't know if you can really see it, but this gun actually is really strong and it's very easy to rack. It's shooting probably 320 FPS, and that was with, when I chronoed it, that was with a 20 gram BB. Yeah, you can definitely feel the difference. This one's gonna run you around $30–35. Also made by Cybergun. Alright, now we can move on to the electronic pistol. In my opinion, these are freaking garbage, but if you're an amateur player and you're just starting, you can pick one of these up really cheap. Also made by Cybergun. It's an H&K P30 replica. It it does not have a drop-free magazine. You have to literally pull it. It's like a banana mag. You have semi-auto and full auto capabilities. Let's see here. And you have a safety right here underneath the trigger. And that's it. I mean, takes AA batteries. Yeah, it might be a little intimidating, but it doesn't really pack any punch whatsoever. It's probably shooting at maybe 200 FPS, if that. So, yeah, these are actually fairly cheap. You can get them from $25 to $45, I believe. Alright, so next I have... Alright, now we're going to move on to the non-blowback pistols. A non-blowback means that it takes CO2, but nothing on the gun moves other than the safety. So you do have drop-free mags right here where you put the CO2 or the gas in, whichever one it is. This one is a CO2, you can see. The bad side about these is that you have to carry an Allen wrench around you. If you run out of CO2, you have to use that Allen wrench to untwist this and carefully install a new one. The good thing about the CO2s is that they usually last a long time. I would say, you know, probably around anywhere, depending on your gun, 5 to 10 full magazines. The other bonus to a non-blowback is that they don't require any power to power the slide or any of the other gear functioning. So they shoot a lot harder than a blowback. This one right here, if I was to shoot a .12 gram BB, I would probably be shooting it at over 500 FPS. Semi-auto capabilities. It has a safety here on the side, which is not ambidextrous. It looks like about a 25 round mag, and this model is based on the Sig Sauer SP2022. It does come with a rail. It's all polycarbonate, so there is really no metal here. This gun will probably run you about $40. Alright, so my other one of my favorite non-blowback CO2 guns is the MP Smith & Wesson 40. This is also made by Cybergun. It has all the brands of a real Smith & Wesson. Drop-free magazine. 25 round capability. I'm sorry, this one is not. This one is a single stack 15 rounds. Okay, same concept as the one before it. Requires an Allen key, but Again, there's no blowback, so it shoots around 450 to 500 FPS, depending on the size of the BB. Yep. Sights on it are white. They're a pretty beast. It's an overall good gun. It's probably going to range you between $40 and $50. All right, so here we go. Now I'm gonna show you the gas blowback guns. All right, this one is a full metal, very heavy. This is like a tank. It probably weighs about, I think, I want to say 2.5 pounds, if not more. It's very heavy, which is not that good in my opinion. I mean, I wouldn't want to carry this around or even put it in a holster because, you know, it's going to break the holster. You have a full metal 25 round magazine, double stack. Okay, this is a CO2 blowback, so same concept as before. You need the Allen wrench. But this gun, this is the Sig Sauer X5 model, which is basically like the upgraded P226 model. It feels really good. It's got ambidextrous safeties. It's got a metal trigger. Everything on this gun is metal except for the grip. But it definitely what do I have it on lock for? There it goes. Okay. Here you go. It does have power, I'll tell you that. I'll hold down the slide. Oh, we're out of CO2. Alright. So this gun is actually a higher priced gun. It's probably going to run you about $100 to $150 depending on where you get it. It's also manufactured by Cybergun as well. Very good. Alright, to the last one, but my favorite and my newest one that I just got yesterday is the MP 9mm Salient Arms International, SAE. So this gun I got from e-Vike, and it is a gas blowback, drop-free magazine, all metal. The gas is actually installed right here by holding the clip vertically down and the gas vertically upside down, pushing it into the thing, into the clip. It's got a polymer frame and a metal slide. I really like that they bored out the slide because of the weight. It's actually not that heavy. It's maybe only like 1.5 pounds. It has a built-in trigger safety, which is right here. I don't know if you can really see it. Yeah, I mean, this gun, it shoots really, really clean. It shoots really hard, and as far as I've seen, it's pretty accurate. Right there, lock back. It's got some power. Oh, we're out of gas. So yeah, this gun is actually one of the more expensive guns. I paid $170 for this, but it's definitely worth every penny. So yeah, that's the end of my video. If you like, please subscribe and give me any comments or feedback, anything you want to see. I also own rifles and shotguns and AEGs. I've got it all. So let me know. Thanks, YouTube.